In your opinion, what is the biggest difference between using a mobile phone in China and in your country?
Um, well, actually, I would say that the whole life depends on the 手机, the cell phone, because all the things we have to do depends on it. In my case, for example, at least in my experience, when I'm traveling, for example, to entire China, I had to I had two cell phones. Well, my country, one from my country, actually, and then after that, I bought a Chinese one with a Chinese application, and it's related to Chinese bank. Well, one of the most I think the hardest thing here is to understand sometimes the different apps you have, but I would say it's very important. I mean, the most important. I would say that your whole life depends on it. So that's why I really suggest you to all the people to have one more than one cell phone, because it's important. I mean, everything, to pay the subway, to pay everything when you go to a 小吃, or when you go to a 饭馆 or 商店. I mean, all the places, shopping, restaurants, these little places to eat. Or if you want to buy a ticket on the train, if you want to, I don't know, everything. If you want to transfer money from one cell phone to another person who invite you something, for example, all such things, you need a cell phone. The biggest difference to my country is that, I mean, in my country, yeah, we use it a lot. We also use QR codes. We also can pay with those cell phones, but it's not as popular, and it's not related to the applications you have here, like 微信 or 支付宝.
Okay. So after living in China for a while, what apps do you think are absolutely indispensable in addition to WeChat? So of course you can talk about WeChat.
WeChat and 支付宝 are absolutely indispensable. Absolutely, because for example, if you want to go to another place, to another city, and you want to travel and use the subway, you need 支付宝, because there you can find the app and the configuration to different cities. In fact, you need it. Or to use the bus. You have two options there, to use the bus, to use the subway. You can change, and that configuration, you will need that. You will need it to move inside the city and go to another city. So I think it's absolutely, you cannot avoid those apps. But I would say also it's very useful to use Meituan.
Okay, Meituan.
Meituan. Because at least in my case, it was useful to use it for the bikes. If you want to use a bike,
okay,
this public bike, you can find
share bikes.
Share bikes in a campus, in the university, or whatever. You need that, because with that application you can use it, and you can rent these bikes. I would say also maybe could be I cannot remember the name, but it's about maps. 地图.
Okay, it's 百度地图。
百度地图我觉得，但是不是确定。
高德地图。
I'm not sure, because 高度地图.
Okay.
高度地图我觉得. Well, any application about maps, but Chinese application about maps, it's indispensable, because you cannot use here, for example, Google Maps.
Yeah,
you cannot.
Course. Yes.
You can't. You just can't. Or because not only, even you can use, for example, Google Maps here. You can open it and all that things, but it won't work, because you won't have the locations.
Yes.
It's impossible. So you need those applications, those Chinese applications, to go to different places, and it's easier for me, for example, to go to different towns where you don't have the exactly and precise information of a place. This map is absolutely indispensable.
Okay.
Yes, you can, and in that way I could go to different places, very very nice places that maybe I wouldn't found it without the.
Okay, let's talk about WeChat. So basically, we Chinese put everything on WeChat. Everything you may use or you may need on WeChat. WeChat, you can do your whole life functions on WeChat. So for foreigners, what do you think they may most often overlook or misunderstand when they first start using WeChat?
Well, WeChat is important for many things because well, that's the way how you pay. That's the way how you communicate, and there's a lot of, we could say, sub applications inside. I mean, it's not just WeChat. There you have a lot of different sub programs. They say. For example, liking coffee. You want to buy
coffee.
Yeah, you want to go to
McDonald's on that.
Exactly.
Yes.
All of them are incorporated to this WeChat system. So. That's why you need it, and you have to practice this. Maybe at the beginning could be a little more, I don't know, difficult, but you need to do that. One of the things that I'm sorry, yeah, you want to ask us?
No.
Oh, okay. One of the things are a little complicated at the beginning. It's this process of checking your information. They must check your passport, such a thing, which is very good because they're checking that your credit card is related to your identity.
Yes.
So you have to show your passport, and all this is very automatic. I really like that, and I felt myself very sure because you're taking this insurance that okay, this guy, this car belongs to this guy. So yeah, I think it's very comfortable. After a while, it's very, very comfortable.
Yeah. You mentioned that people can upload the e-copy of their certificate on WeChat. So when you pass the trains entrance, the security entrance, or metro security entrance, or anything you cross the entrance, you need to show your certificate. So you just open your WeChat.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Show
and
them.
Also could be. Trip.com, which is also an app. You can download it as an app, and it's very useful for buy tickets, and for train or different things, or to make your reservations in hotels and such things. And that's very important that what you're saying, because for example, to go and to use the train, the passport is your ticket. Yeah. You don't have a paper, you don't have a ticket, you don't have such things. You're not using that. You don't even show your cell phone. You use your passport. Passport as a ticket. You show the ticket. You don't show a ticket, you show the passport. So that's why it's very important. Use your passport all the time, taking care of it, of course, and the cell phone. So I suggest you, for all friends, to come to China, to travel around, to be familiarized with these cell phones. Maybe bring more than one cell phone, just in emergency case, because everything you do that, everything. You lose your cell phone, you lose your life. I'm so sorry.
Yes, true, so true.
Yeah, but it's so true. You have to use. You gotta have at least 2 cell phones. In my case, I had 2 cell phones, and it's been I have an international one and a Chinese one, as I explained you, and that's very, very, very useful because, for example, the Chilean cell phone is related to Chilean banks, but sometimes that has limitations because sometimes, for example, my bank don't let me do some transference to another people.
Yeah.
Or for example, I cannot use all the Chinese apps in my Chilean cell phone. So I realized that I needed a Chinese cell phone. And in fact, if you can open an account here in China, for example, if you're a student, it's easier. Do that. Because you have to relate this card to this Chinese phone, and it will be very, very much easier to pay, to have a more stable internet system. You will have very much easier access to different things that maybe you won't have it. You will be able to transfer to another people. For example, with my Chilean cell phone, I cannot transfer money, but with my Chinese cell phone, I can transfer easily because it's related to a Chinese bank, a Chinese account, so I can transfer money. It's easier. I have all the applications that I can enjoy here, And I really say enjoy because it really, really, really with your life a little more. Yeah, it's very much more comfortable.
Yes, basically, if you want to have a smooth transition
Yes.
from your country to China, you gotta have another phone.
Yeah.
And register for bank connections. That's much easier.
In fact, for example, Meituan, I cannot use it in my Chilean phone.
Okay.
But I can use it only in the Chinese phone.
Okay.
So I suggest to all the people that if they can buy a Chinese phone here and use the Chinese applications, do that. It's easier.
Okay.
And even better, if you can relate it to a Chinese account, or if you can open that here
Yes.
in China, perfect.
Yes, I think so. So, Sitian, do you remember the first time you paid with a phone in China, with
Yeah.
WeChat, or how did it feel?
It was pretty easy. I used my own cell phone from my country, and it works. It works. I had internet. I configurate my identification or such things in my country, in fact.
Okay.
So it was easier because I, in fact, it was in the airport. The first day I was here, and I just arrived. I mean, we're talking about minutes in China, and I want to buy some water.
Okay.
I was so thirsty, and I went to Lawson.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in Lawson, that was my
7-Eleven in China. Yeah,
that
yeah.
was my first buy.
Okay.
I buy there, 一瓶水, and yeah, and I could pay, and it was, oh my God, it works.
Okay.
It's very, so you can do that. I mean, you
Okay.
can configure your cell phone
Okay.
in your country before you come to China. So and it gets easier with the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you hardly carry cash anymore, right? So what do you see as advantages and disadvantages of this lifestyle?
Advantage, it's comfortable, so comfortable. Disadvantage, of course, you lose your cell phone. It's hard. I don't know if another countries can use this system because it's about safety. For example, in some countries, I mean, we're living in China, the safest country in the whole world. I mean, it's so safe here. Believe me, guys, so safe. So safe. So you don't have this problem that been robbed or something, and in that case, for example, in other countries that I don't want to offend, but in other countries that don't have this level of security, would be a problem maybe, because if they steal you the cell phone, yeah, I'm not sure if all countries are able to are suitable for this kind of system, but it's very, very comfortable, and I really like it because with the time you used to it and you do everything with the cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for foreigners who have just arrived in China, what is the most important thing to pay attention to when using a mobile phone? Because sometimes you failed to finish the payment. Right?
I would say have a good connection, a good internet connection, a good service of a good company that provides you a good and a stable system of internet in China. And there's a lot of companies, I think. They have to avoid the problem of a bad connection. If you don't have internet, man, it's like losing your cell phone. So no, you need a good internet service. And the other thing you need, I would say, to a mistake you should avoid, maybe it's have this resistance to learn these apps. And no. You have to do that. You have to learn this. It maybe could be hard at the beginning. And if you're a student of Chinese, like in my case, it's very useful because it's part of the process. It's a process of learning. You're learning Chinese, so you have to learn to use this apps full of Chinese characters. And yeah, the beginning could be a little hard, but with the time, I suggest you something. For example, as I told you, have two different cell phones. and with one cell phone, you have a translator at the beginning, so you can combine this. And the other cell phone, the Chinese cell phone, for example, everything's in Chinese, everything is in Hangzi, in Hanzi, in Chinese characters, and you can combine these two things, and you will be learning all the time with the translation and on your cell phone. It will be very much better for your learning process of Chinese.
Okay, thank you. So let's talk about the transportation. When you go out and need to find a way in China, how do you usually do it?
It depends. For example, here in Wuhan, most of the time I move myself in the subway, which is very modern, very fast, so clean, and you just use the cell phone, and that's all. For example, I've been using the cell phone, I mean the subway system in other cities, and you just go to this app and change the configuration to another city, and that's all. And you can use it in different cities, so you can take the metro in other places. I also have used the bus. In Shanghai, I use it a lot because the distances are so huge, and most of the time, and sometimes I couldn't. The subway wasn't useful, the best way. And I also take some how can I say that, interurban buses, 公交车
公交车
or
Britain or Brit.
I'm in a bus to travel around to go to another city because I went to some little towns.
长途巴士
长途巴士
for long distance.
That 不是很长. That wasn't 很 long distance.
That wasn't too long distance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was. For example, I took a bus from Suzhou to Wuzhen.
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 Okay.
And this is about 1 hour and a half. And in that case, it's a little. It's like in the old times. You have to go to the place and buy the ticket. The ticket is a paper.
Okay.
You have to show it. Yeah, it's a little old, but it's maybe old school style.
Old school style.
Yeah,
It's true. It's a scenic spot area, I think.
Yeah,
Wuzhen.
that's why maybe. But that was the only place that I had to use this old school style.
Oh, okay.
No. But most of the time I use it in the cell phone.
Electronics.
Yeah, the phone cell. Yeah.
Okay.
But that was very good, and that shows how important it is to speak Chinese, because I mean, the person who is going to attend you in this place won't speak English.
Yes,
No,
very
don't.
few people in China speak English.
So, you need to speak at least a little and try to communicate and try to express yourself and tell them, hey, I want to go to that place and I want to buy a ticket at this time and I want to return it this day and this time. You need Chinese in that case. Yeah.
So when you first started using these map apps, was there anything that you feel especially confusing? I think it is this question is beneficial for those.
Yeah, it could be confusing at the first time. Maybe some people could be very confused with that, but it's about practice, I would say, and have this will to learn, to adapt yourself, and to understand. Hey, I'm here in another country. I have to adapt myself to this reality, and it's part of the learning process, and could be very useful even for my biggest goal, which is to learn this very difficult language.
Okay, so let's talk about the Chinese Uber things. Didi.
Didi.
Yes. How was your first experience using the ride-hailing apps such as Didi in China?
It was easy. It was very easy. Not very much different from until I used most of the time Uber. But it wasn't very different. It was the same, I would say.
Okay.
I was with a Chinese friend, in fact, and I wanted to go from shopping to our university. We were going back, and it was so easy. No, nothing complicated. But I must warning that you cannot download the same Didi because there are two Didis, we
Yes.
could say. There's a Chinese Didi, we could say, and the Didi that we are using in Xifang,
Yes.
in the Western world.
Catering to the foreigners.
Yes. Don't use that. Don't, the last one. You must look for the in Play Store, for example, in some places. You must look for the Chinese Didi.
I think for people who plan to stay in China for relative long time, use Chinese version.
Yes.
If you just stay for a couple of days, you can use the foreign one.
No. I tried to use it and I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
I had two versions and no, I just couldn't.
Okay.
You need the Chinese version.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you. That's very beneficial tips. And what about the pricing? But taking Ubers in China.
Oh, it's very convenient. I would say it's very convenient. Compared to my country, which is, well, my country is very expensive now, and I don't know why, but it's getting every day getting more expensive. But it's very convenient here. No, it's not expensive at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's very, very convenient. Yeah, use it. It's a good way to move yourself. Yeah.
Okay, so as a conclusion, if a foreigner were coming to China tomorrow, which apps would you recommend they prepare in advance?
支付宝, Weixin, or Alipay. You say,
Okay.
WeChat in English. WeChat, Alipay, Didi, the Chinese version. An application for maps. Yes, you need that. You will need these maps. Of course, a translator. And why not a translator with already download information, so you don't need internet. So if you lose internet, you will still have this translation. Pleco also is very useful.
Okay.
Pleco is very useful because maybe you will need it to recognize a character that you don't know. Pleco is so useful. You just put it there and this is the character, and I can see that. It gives you even the tone, so it's very useful, I would say. And that's all, I think. Maybe the first, and Meituan. Meituan is very useful too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.